morning everyone, Operation Zag here. Joe and I are currently in Victoria. We crossed the border from New South Wales yesterday and we're camping in Cann River in South Victoria at the Cann River Caravan Park.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, it's currently temporarily a free caravan park. Previously, I think you had to pay to be here. I think perhaps with COVID and the fires over the last 12 to 18 months, I think they've just put it as a free camp for now, but it's still beautifully kept. The grass is green, there are plenty of picnic tables, there's a few fire pits, and the amenities are lovely and clean, so it's a real winner.
Yeah, basically everything you'd get at a paid caravan park, but they're offering it for free, which is absolutely awesome, unbelievable. So yeah, so we're camping here. We'll be setting off shortly, going exploring around Victoria. We left New South Wales, well, we left Malawi 2 days ago. We took the scenic route down the south coast of New South Wales, and last night we spent the night in Congo, which is just south.
Last night we spent the night
here. Last night we spent the night here. The night before, you're right, we spent the night in Congo, which is just south of Moruya, isn't it? Moruya?
That's right, yeah, just near Moruya.
Yeah.
Again, a beautiful little place that I'd never heard of, and I lived near the south coast for a lot of my life. A great little spot, and we caught up with a friend of Mary's.
Yeah, so caught up with Lee. Shout out to Lee, thanks for looking after us. I met Lee about 15 years ago when I worked in Canberra, and we've been friends ever since. Saw her about 5 years ago when we travelled around Australia the first time, but yeah, wonderful to reconnect with friends as we travel around the country. So that was a really lovely, got to see her.
Yeah, it was great, and we had a lovely night there. Again, the Congo Caravan Park was fantastic, good value for money, and yeah, I'd recommend it too as a stopover, or even stay for a couple of nights. Pretty good. From there we travelled further south through Tathra, Bermagui, Merimbula, Pambula. We stopped at the Tathra Hotel, which was absolutely brilliant because they had vegan vegetable curry, Sri Lankan inspired vegetable curry for lunch. Best pub meal that I've had ever, and washed it down with a beautiful craft beer that they make on site called the First Calf Pale Ale. So I'll give that a nod as well. So well done, Tathra Hotel. I hope you keep that menu, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah.
Went down a treat. So yeah, so as I said, heading off. The sun's coming out as we speak, which is beautiful.
Fantastic.
And we'll be, not sure where we'll spend the night tonight, but we'll do some exploring and share some of our travels as we go.
That's right. So one more night of camping and then off to the Big Smoke in Melbourne.
Yes.
To see family. It's going to be great. Anyway, stay tuned.
Bye.
Bye. Here we are in Victoria, just across the Victorian border, south of Eden and a little bit north of Cann River in Victoria. We're hoping to make camp somewhere around there tonight. We thought we'd just pull over and show you the regrowth from the fires from 2020, early 2020, over that period. There's just devastation down here, but there's new growth coming out from the burnt eucalypts, the mature ones, the epicormic growth sprouting out from the stems, which is quite amazing, the contrast between the green and the black. It's a really good sign. It's still devastated though, but there's other good news. If you have a look at the ground, thousands and thousands of new eucalypts coming up, sprouting from the seed bank in the ground, which is pretty fantastic. So hopefully in 5 to 10 years time, it's going to look good as new.
Good morning, everybody. We've woken up at Moondarra State Park. We stayed here last night, which is awesome. We're by a river. Just thought I'd show you what we do first thing in the morning. Excuse the bed hair. Morning, Joe. Alright, here's Joseph. So we had a nice fire last night, but we're just arcing it up first thing in the morning so we can, I don't know, more so for ambience than cooking, because we don't actually cook on the fire.
Not unless we're doing potatoes.
Oh yeah, unless we're doing potatoes in alfoil. And we've got the coffee pot boiling, or the water boiling. The coffee pot ready for the water to go in our cups, and that's our last night's dinner leftovers. Pasta sauce.
Breakfast this morning for me.
And spaghetti. Mix those two together and we have yummy leftovers for breakfast.
Bring on the coffee is what I say.
Yes, thanks baby. So in the morning, Joe usually gets up first, chucks on the coffee pot, and I wake up to a nice cup of coffee. So he's a great husband, aren't you?
Yeah.
I wanted to also share with you the toilet facilities here. This is just a state park, so it's free of charge, which is great for camping, and they provide a little thunderbox. And I'm sure you've all seen these things before, but I'm going to show you anyway. Basically a drop toilet, everything you need to do your business. Awesome. And this one is pretty good, doesn't smell too bad. And this is where we're camping. There's a few families down there, which is nice. That's where we are. And a few other campers here overnight. But we're heading off this morning and driving to Melbourne after we've had a nice relaxing coffee and breakfast. See you all later. Hi there, it's Mary here. We're in Melbourne and staying at our very cool Airbnb in Fitzroy North, and I'm in a typical Melbourne laneway, and this is our Airbnb. I'm just going to show you where we're staying tonight. Alrighty, so this is where we're staying. Fitzroy North, beautiful place, lots of cool restaurants, laneways galore. And this is the entrance. I'm just going to go in. Hey babe.
Good evening. Welcome to the kitchen.
Here's Joe cooking our dinner.
Yep. It's
What you got there?
vegetable and tofu curry tonight.
Oh, yummy. So
Lots of delicious flavours in there.
making the most of staying in this lovely accommodation.
Oh yeah, it's really great. It's a nice part of town, very close to Liam and Sally, and very comfortable, relaxing. Yeah, had a great day, having a great time. Looking forward to a big meal.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to take you upstairs really quickly. So this is our little bungalow. Upstairs. Sitting room. TV, sitting room. It's a great little spot. We're really liking it, enjoying it here. All of our stuff's all over the place, but that's okay because we're not camping, so we've got the room to spread out. So yeah, going to be enjoying Melbourne for the next few days, or next week actually, and give you some updates very soon. See you soon. Bye.
Hi everybody, here we are at the Mornington Peninsula in Victoria, just about an hour and a half's drive from Melbourne, and we're down by the water. We've just had a bit of a sticky beak at Sorrento. It's a very special kind of place. It's very different. Home of the rich and famous, I think, probably. Very upmarket stores and people in very expensive cars driving around and enjoying the seaside, which is great. They even have a millionaire's walk where you can take a little walk, a stroll along the beach and look up at all the rich people's houses. That's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
We didn't do
weird
it.
to me. So we had a quick bite to eat, and then we're going to go to the national park because that's what we do. But while we're here, I just thought I'd show you these little beach shacks that are a historical thing in the past. I think they're still being used. They're all nicely painted. I think you come down, you hire them or you buy them, I'm not sure. And you put your gear in there, your swimming gear and stuff, and you mate set up for the day. Anyway, this is what it looks like. We're just outside of Blairgowrie, which is near Sorrento. Next stop, National Park. We've made it to the Thungra Dam, about 30 k's or thereabouts south of Cootamundra in New South Wales, and we've just left Victoria after a wonderful 8 nights in Melbourne visiting my beautiful son Liam. It was a wonderful experience catching up with him after more than a year. He's a wonderful young man. We had some great times with him, and we went walking with his lovely dog Elliot. And we walked around Melbourne town, around the Fitzroy area, Brunswick, Collingwood, Northcote areas of Melbourne. Beautiful vegan restaurants, lovely courteous drivers, which has been a very refreshing thing. We had a fantastic time, and now we're just sort of soaking in and reflecting on the last couple of weeks, which have been fantastic. And to be honest, I've got a real tug on the old heartstrings leaving my son behind, but I know that I'll see him again soon. All the best, mate. And we're heading back up to New South Wales to Port Stephens again to see the rest of our family. As you can see behind me,
Yes.
we've got some friends and some wonderful steers, some cows that have that are obviously allowed to roam around here. I'm not sure whether it's private property, I'm guessing it is, but it's a free campsite that we found, which is wonderful. And just having these beautiful beasts walking around with us has just been so refreshing, and they're just so relaxed and chilled and peaceful. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to settle back and have a bit of a relaxing evening, a feed and maybe a fire.
Yes, I think we might light the fire.
Yeah.
A bit of Hello.
Hello.
Great campfire. What I wanted to say was, it's an absolutely beautiful night, and it's still as no wind, nice and warm. Yes, we have a fire, but more for ambience than anything. But I just wanted to, if we could just replicate this every single night we camped, it would be awesome. We'd probably stay in the same spot every single time, wouldn't we?
It's what it's all about, really, where you don't have to worry about putting out shelter or an awning or keeping things dry.
The stars.
The stars above us.
You can hear the night sounds. It's so still. It's just magic.
Yeah.
Absolutely magic.
It is. And as you can see, no wind. We've got literally 2 sticks on the fire and they're just flickering away. Smoke going straight up in the air, more or less. And it's just so peaceful.
Just the 2 of us. No one around. Nice and quiet.
Yeah, brilliant. We're in a place called Carcoar in New South Wales, which is between Bathurst and Cowra in country New South Wales. My mother spent some of her life here, her childhood here. We thought we'd pull off the road and have a look. It's got to be one of the most beautiful little towns that we've come across so far. It's quiet, it's truly the town time forgot, and that's the sign when you drive in. It says the town that time forgot. Definitely seems that way, and I think it's more about the fact that people just don't seem to be rushing about. They've got plenty of time, so they forget about it. That's my take on it anyway. Beautiful little town. If you're driving this part of New South Wales, come in and visit. It is beautiful.
This is camping.
Sure is.
It's we stopped in a town called Rollstone in New South Wales, and there's been a big storm front following us, and it's just hit us. But we're good. We're dry. We've got a nice red wine, and we're just waiting for it to pass.
That's right. So Rollstone, New South Wales. We were going to book into a motel tonight, and we thought, no, we've got the awning. The storms, I think it's going to pass pretty quickly, but this is what it's all about, isn't it, Mary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So you've got to take the good with the bad, don't you?
That's it.
Awesome.